Okay, so we're going to be looking at a CWT contest and what this is all about. Make a couple of contacts, see what the exchange looks like, see what the pace looks like. I think it's important to remember that this isn't really a contest that you're competing with other people. And I think you should realize that this is a contest where you compete with yourself. These happen every Wednesday. These are the high-speed ones, so these are for some of the mature, more advanced CW operators out there trying to increase their speed, or if you are a really quick CW operator or an operator that operates at a high rate of speed, this might be just kind of fun for you to exercise some of your skills. So the one important part about this is to use this as a personal improvement exercise. You want to use this contest as something that you'll want to try to copy some of the higher speed stations. Try to make sure that you copy the name and their number if they do have a number associated with them. And I think the contest starts in about 4 minutes. And I think the other important thing is that we'll want to make sure that we understand what the exchange is too, because it could be one of two things. And the first way could be the person's name and their state. And the other way is the person's name and their either 1, 2, 3, or 4-digit CWT identifier member number. So it could be one of those two. So it's going to be, you're going to be on your toes. And I think it's important to realize too that when you do make an exchange, if you don't copy the number, it's not a big deal. If you don't copy their name, it's not a big deal. Try to copy the call sign. Maybe the next time through, try to copy the call sign and their name. As you do these contests with yourself each Wednesday, you can use them to increase your speed and comprehension, and then maybe you can just focus on people that have numbers associated with them. And then at some point in time, you'll be able to copy people with their call sign, name, and number. I'm going to do a handful of contacts, search and pounce. So that means I'm going to be looking for people calling CQ, and I'm going to contact them. You're going to see it real time, so you're going to see me struggle with people that are going at 40 words a minute. I'm not proficient at 40 words a minute. It is what it is. So I will try to copy their call sign. I will try to copy their name. I will try to copy their number. I'll certainly get their call sign for sure. Otherwise, it's not worth making a contact. So we'll get the call sign and try to make some contacts with them. You won't be able to see me. I'm going to be operating it exclusively with a CW paddle. I'm not going to be using the memory functions within N1MM, which many people do. Some people, and that's another thing, if you want to do this contest, try to do it with the CW paddle only. And then also, there's a level of proficiency with using the memory keyer only as well. So just because you're using the memory keyer doesn't mean that you're not proficient. Somebody once told me, when you're not doing CW, you're transmitting. So think about that comment for just a moment. So as long as you're listening to CW and you have to comprehend it, that's probably the most important part. Transmitting is supposedly secondary, but I think transmitting is also an important part of like having that cohesive knowledge of CW and how to comprehend numbers, letters, prosigns, punctuations. So it looks like there are a lot of people on right now, and it kind of makes me wonder if the contest already started. Maybe I'm an hour late. Let's see what happens. Let's turn on some audio. I think it's just starting right now. So I am using N1MM. I'm going to put that up on the screen, and I hope this records. Let's bump this up to about 28 words a minute. I think that's probably a good speed for me. See what this person is doing. I think that was it. So that was W0AAE. He was Bob, and his CWT number was 2937. I wasn't really sure about that last number, so it could be. Yep, so it is 2937. Just wanted to double check. So we have one contact in the log. And I don't know if you can hear me over all that static and CW, but let's try to find a couple more folks and see what this is like. Good. Let's try this person. I just heard somebody there. I think it was K6RC, but he just sent a question mark. He's doing about 28 words a minute. So I'm actually trying to get some of the information from his QSO with that other person. Some PA's looking for somebody else. And I'm being patient here. I think that was what the number was. Six three. I think that was what it was. That was Dave. So I guess if I was really trying to do things like, hang on a second. Okay, now I'm wondering if you can hear. I just realized the audio was not on. So let's try this again. Let's do a couple of contacts. can't get his number. Let's see if I can get his number on this next contact. I think it was 3TT6, which is 3006. I don't think that's right though. So it's 3TA6, which is 3016, and I have another video on what cut numbers means. Let's go over that in another video. This guy's a little fast for me. It's fading. See, I almost got nothing on the scale from him, so he's done there. There he is back. He's back again. Yeah, that was a tough one. He faded out into oblivion for a minute there. This person's a little fast for me. Okay, let's see if we can get the exchange. I think it was KE1D. K2D. K2D, we got that person in the log. Let's get another strong person here. Right on the fringe of my ability to copy that person. See if we can get this. That's envelope. Oh, come on. I think he just can't really hear me. I'm going to tune a little bit lower. Let's see if you can hear me better. Yeah, I guess Bob can't hear me. That's all right. We'll go on to the next person. All right, let's try one more time. And for baked potato. strong though. CQ, maybe. This guy's way faster than I can. That was a stretch. That was tough. Okay, one more, and we'll wrap it up. So we made 10 QSOs here, and it's 14 minutes in. We had a, let's get rid of the audio here. All right, so we had 14 QSOs. We contacted, 10 QSOs on the 14 megahertz 20 meter band. And it looks like we've got 10 multipliers. So that was kind of fun. It was a little relaxed. I think, you know, in normal cases, if you're doing search and pounce, you're going to go from station to station to see if you can make a quick exchange. And if somebody's like in the middle of an exchange, you might even move on to try to get somebody else that's calling CQ so you can get your rate up. So you're going to want to try to make as many contacts as possible in as one method of operating this contest. Another one is, hey, you know what, I just want to like play around and see if I can focus on numbers. A lot of people have CWT membership numbers, and that's part of the exchange. So they're going to, they don't even do 5NN or 599 for a signal report. They just go right into their name and then their CWT identification number. I don't have a CWT number. I'm going to apply for one at some point in time. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I like my exchange because it's nice and short. I just do TJ, and because that's what most people call me, and my state, which is IN. So if you don't have a CWT CWops number, then you would just do your name and your state. So as you can tell, actually everybody that we contacted has a CWops ID, CWops number. So I should probably jump on the bandwagon and get one. And it's a fun contest. It's a great way. And like I said, if you are just beginning learning CW, this is something you should probably not jump into with 2 feet as of yet. Everybody in this contest is doing 25 words a minute at least. Actually, the slower people are probably doing 28 words a minute, which, as you noticed, I was doing 28 words a minute. And there weren't too many people that were going slower than me. I don't think there was anyone going slower than me that I saw. There's a lot of people that are going 30 words a minute, 35 words a minute, and some that are going 40 words a minute. 40 words a minute is a speed that is really hard for me to copy, I admit it. Even in some of the 30 word a minute categories, I have some difficulty, and I think it's not necessarily me copying the information, but it's getting it onto the keyboard, and as I'm typing it, I start missing the next letter or two because I'm not paying attention. I just don't have that super fast speed method down pat yet. Although I can probably copy 35 words a minute in a conversation, I can say, okay, that is that word, that's the other word, and so I can do something like that. But if you're just like giving me random call signs and numbers that don't really mean anything, then it's hard to get that down and fast and onto the keyboard. So that's what the CWT contest is that happens every Wednesday. There are some slower parts of the CWops. I think it's maybe Friday. I'll put some information in the comments below where they have some other contests that are slower. But like I said, for this contest, at some point you might be competing with other folks, but in reality, this is one of those contests where you're going to compete for yourself. I did this contest this morning for the full hour, and I wanted to beat an old record of mine. I did 45 contacts this morning, and I tried to record it, although the audio didn't come across. So that was kind of a bummer. But you can see me go through all my mistakes and all my repeats and trying to figure out what the person was trying to send and screwing up on people's names and all that other stuff. So I was going to try to narrate that video, but look for another video CWT contest, and maybe I'll even put a link down below so you can jump right over to it. But it is probably less exciting because the audio didn't work. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will try to do some other contests, and actually this is probably one of the contests I'm going to try to give an idea of how to use the notch filter in CW as an effective tool for getting QRM out of the way. So thanks for watching.